Hey, this is Eddie Krawiec, rider of the Screaming Eagle Vance and Hines Harley-Davidson, and you're listening to Nitro Notes.
Welcome to the Chevrolet Performance NHRA US Nationals Finish Line edition of Nitro Notes, presented by the Performance Racing Network. I'm Brandon Mudd. Once again, the US Nationals lived up to the hype. J.R. Todd, who took over the DHL funny card Coletta Motorsports, earned his second and biggest win in that class as he beat Ron Capps to take the Big Go title. After the race, Todd talked about the importance of Indy to Team Coletta, as well as the pressure they're under at this event.
Connie, he tried so hard to win this race for years and years and years and finally got it done. And yeah, Alexis, when she won, I think that was my first year part of the Coletta group, so that was a huge win for them, and to be able to come back here and do it again, it's just everybody gets so tensed up for this race. It's like walk on eggshells throughout the entire pit area. I mean, it draws in all kinds of people, guys that you don't see all throughout the year. They show up to Indy, they want to come to your pit, hang out, chit chat. It's like, man, like really, you had to come to Indy? Why don't you come to Brainerd or somewhere like that?
Last year, it was Jason Line and Greg Anderson running the table in Pro Stock. This season, it's the youth movement of Tanner Gray and new Indy winner Drew Skillman. For Skillman, winning Indy was not an easy feat.
Due to all the people that were racing under great power this weekend, we were limited with the motor we had never made a run on. So we stuck it in the car, just kind of threw this should work tune-up in it. Barely had time to start it. So we went up there, it made a burnout. I was like, all right, we're good. This should be fine. Went down the track, came back, and I have no race pack data at all. So that's where we get all of our information from. It corrupted the file. So the next round we went up in the dark again with the same new motor that we had no information on. Luck is huge in this sport. When you have lucky around, that's massive. Tanner does not make mistakes like he did there. He's never 60. I don't think he's ever been 60 in a round of eliminations ever. And that was my lucky round. Marched forward and never beat Greg before and got that off my back and finally won Indy.
Many were stunned to see independent racer Kevin Kinsley race Steve Torrence in the Top Fuel Finals Monday. Torrence, a fellow Texan, wasn't too surprised at all.
We were riding up here for the semifinals, and I kind of looked at the run sheet for the round before, and I'd seen Kevin was on the tree pretty good, you know, right there with Tony, and hell, he outran him the lap before, I think, or was real close. So it could have went to Kevin's way pretty easy, and I told one of my crew guys, I said, you know, hell, Kevin can pull this off. We can see him in the final, and that's what he did.
And finally, for Eddie Krawiec, winning his second Indy title in the Pro Stock motorcycle class gave him the opportunity to continue a family tradition.
Yeah, when I won in 2014, my daughter Caden and I actually walked down the drag strip and we were holding hands, and so my wife asked if we could recreate that and go back out there and do it again, and I was fortunate to have her in it this time. So, you know, to be able to go and celebrate as a family, win as a family, friends, everybody here, it's an awesome feeling.
Looking for a great read? Check out Bats, Balls, and Burnouts by Bob Wilbur, available trackside at the Stupid Fast trailer and on Amazon.com.